Good evening. It's Saturday Sports Shorts.
Bang, bang.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all of our mixed nuts out there watching tonight. Man, got some great things planned for you guys on our Saturday Sports Shorts. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Man, we got some SB talk tonight. Of course, some NASCAR. You know, we might even compare a couple different players in two different sports. But hey, before we dive into what we got going on tonight, as always, you can find all of our information down here on the ticker. Mine, JD's, Brandon's, Springs, everybody's. It's right there. Check us out. With that being said, man, JD, heard you had a busy day. How's it been going?
Hey, man, we living good. JD is a vibe right now. JD's vibing. JD's ready to talk about this SB talk. We ready to talk. Man, Carrot, hey, she DJ'd for me on the way home. So I was driving home from the lake. We got the boys in the back, man. We were chilling. We had a good ride home. I've been getting my mind right. I've been getting ready to talk about what we're going to talk about this evening. I got a just like maybe a little bit of a take on a couple of things. But hey, I hope all of you guys are living well. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff Shane said. But other than that, man, let's kick this thing off. Let's get going.
Oh yeah, and as always, we want to shout out Tequilas before we get all deep into it. Hey, come check us out. Less than a week away now, guys. July 19th, live on location. Gonna have a great time. Eat some good food. Hey, Brandon's in here broadcasting from the hospital. Man, hey, we're best of luck to you guys. Hey, you're in our prayers. So,
Oh yeah, yeah,
hey,
absolutely. Hey, well let me tap in on that. Sorry I couldn't help y'all out more today, Brandon. Man, hey, I went and let Stella out. She was a good girl. She did what she needed to do. But yeah, y'all are in our thoughts. We hope everything works out well. Listen, we are here if you need us. Mixed nuts, sports nuts, though. We've got some more girl dads coming up on the show here soon. Lots of girl dads, man, and we're gonna have great sports talk. But hey, without further ado, though, as Shane was saying, shout out Tequilas, our live 19th. Kelly Bryant might be coming by. We can't wait to be there. Kara and I, we just drove by it on the way from the lake. As Kara, like I said, we were vibing. So listen, we vibing. We ready to talk to y'all about this sports talk. Let's vibe.
Oh yeah, well, Thursday night we saw the ESPYS. I didn't watch it. Seems like the past couple of years it's been kind of been hey, it's not fun to watch. It just is. It's nice to see the athletes get recognized, but man, it's turned into a popularity contest. I mean, we saw the NFL MVP wasn't even selected as the best player in the league. That went to Patrick Mahomes, who's the biggest quarterback name out there. You know, Also won Male Athlete of the Year. Excuse me. I think that there were a lot more people out there that were definitely more talented and more deserving. Shohei Ohtani, just one name to throw out there. He is a good player. I'm not going to discredit him for that. But hey, it's a popularity contest, and I don't like it. But hey, JD's here. We saw a couple Gamecocks win some honors. Don Staley got the Jimmy V Perseverance Award. Hey, congratulations to her. She has truly put herself in a great spot as a person and a coach. Then the second Gamecock, Asia Wilson, won Best Athlete of the Year for a female. Now that one makes a little bit more sense to me, but JD, I know you're the Gamecock guy, man. What did you think about the ESPYS?
Well, I will say this, as you just stated about Asia Wilson. winning the Female Athlete of the Year award, I'll say that kind of solidifies. I mean, granted, I'm never right, I'm never wrong. Listen, this is just my opinion. And y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong. So my question is, does the SB of Asia Wilson winning the best female athlete right now, I mean, does that mean that she should have been marketed all along with the WNBA? I think that the WNBA has, and I think they may fizzle out, as I said on our previous episode. I think if Caitlin Clark does not make the, you know, if she doesn't make the playoffs, I think that the interest around the WNBA is gonna wane a little bit because of that. Obviously, they want the best players that they can have in their, sport all the time in the playoffs. I mean, the NFL is already making millions and billions and trillions of dollars. But trust me, if they could rig it any more than they already do, according to this NFL script that some people believe, trust me, the WNBA would have already scripted Caitlin Clark into the playoffs this year. Because I'm telling you, once she is not there, the interest is going to go away a little bit, I believe. And that's really unfortunate because we're talking about Aja Wilson winning the ESPYs. And to me, like I said, that solidifies her. She should have been marketed, her being what she is. She already has a statue. They should have been backing her all along. I mean, they've got other great players too. I mean, let's not forget Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, also her double streak just broken. But to the other part of the Gamecocks winning the ESPYs, let me get to Dawn Staley because man, this one gave me chills. Some of the things Dawn Staley said, I mean, it's all stuff that we have thought. It's all stuff I believe. And man, to me, it was just some bone chilling things. So I don't want to get them wrong. So I have a couple of the quotes here. Let me read a couple of the quotes that Dawn Staley had to say at the ESPYs last night when she won the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance. How do I not fight injustice when I ask them to do things the right way? How do I not ask for fairness when I ask them not to cheat themselves? And she went on to say further, how do I fight for pay disparity when I do the same job and get paid less and win more? So shut up and coach, you tell me? No, thank you. I have a job to do. And to me, dude, I still got chills just reading that just then. Like, are you kidding me? Whether that be an SB speech or a speech from a parent to a child or a coach to a player or whatever that situation may be, it's bone chilling stuff. Dawn Staley, one of the GOATs in the game. And hey, you will only get those takes right here on the Sports Nuts.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and I mean, it was great. Anytime you get a chance to watch the ESPYS, particularly watch the Jimmy V Award winner and the Arthur Ashe Award winner. Steve Gleason got it. The famous punter for the New Orleans Saints. So, hey, congratulations to everybody that won. Sorry we didn't get to watch it, but hey, it is what it is. We were a little bit busy that night.
Yeah, oh, well, we stay busy. I will throw you, though. I will say there's one that a lot of people have had issue with. I'm still torn between it, but I'll throw it out to everybody else. So I'll ask this question. Does anybody have a problem with Prince Harry winning the Pat Tillman Award at the ESPYs? I know there are a lot of people. My earbud's about to fall out. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to balance it in my ear. It fell out anyway. But there's a lot of people that have issue with that one. And so, yeah, I'm curious about that part of the ESPYs. Give us your thoughts on Dawn Staley and the ESPYs. But, hey, we got other things we got to get into real quick, and I got to pick up my earbud.
Oh yeah, well, JD and I were talking through the week. Started talking about QBs and who they are, and what other sports and players compare to them. So, hey, JD, let them know what we had going on, man.
Yeah, I'm right here. I got you. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, all right, work. So yeah, we had a discussion earlier. And honestly, our guest on Tuesday kind of spurned this. I'll go ahead and shout him out again right now. Let me see if I can straighten my hat up real quick. Mr. Jake Crane coming on Tuesday with us, man. We have a tremendous conversation to have with him, with Brandon, Springs, Shane, myself. Can't wait to have Jake on. He kind of spurned this though. He said, "Is there any player that meant more to their team than Cam Newton to the Panthers when he played for them and was scoring all the rushing touchdowns and all the passing touchdowns and everything else?" And so that raised the question in my head, and I asked all of our mixed nuts now. I'm fixing to ask Shane this question. What is the most important position? Is it a pitcher or is it a quarterback? Because my answer, even though I'm a baseball player, is quarterback. And I'll tell you why. Quarterback can score points for their team at the drop of a hat, whether it be a pass or whether they're a good running quarterback. Or, I mean, even you can think back to, high school and Pee Wee, where, I mean, there's just some dudes you can't even tackle. To me, a quarterback means more to their team because they can score points. Pitchers at that lower age can score points by hitting home runs and things. So I almost, tricked myself there because I was going MLB on this next take. There's no more pitcher batting in the MLB. There is a DH for both leagues. So the pitcher can no longer help himself. He literally can only keep the opposing team from scoring runs. And so to me, the most important position is quarterback.
Oh yeah, well, and you're kind of on the right lines. Definitely, I believe that the quarterback is the most important on the field. I think though that if we're going to kind of compare players across those two sports, look up the catchers because we've heard it a bunch in the past. Hey, they've been called the QB of the diamond. They're in control of just about everything on the field defensively. Pitch calls, play calls, pickoff moves. There's all kinds of stuff that a catcher does. They analyze the batter tendencies and stuff like that. They've got a lot going on in their head, like you do with the QB, and that's why I think that you're able to compare those a little bit better. Now, as far as you're talking, hey, you got to have a great pitcher, you got to have a great QB. On the financial thing side of things, hey, you're going to be right up there. Those are going to be the two that you're talking about because a pitcher is important to keep the runs off the board, and the quarterback's got to put the points on the board. So it's a great conversation. I think that we have on this point. We definitely want to hear what all of our mixed nuts out there think of this. Hey, give us another.
And we can
Give
take
us
it one
another
step further.
line, of other players. Hey, we got Brandon right here. Tight ends, defensive ends. Hey, what could we compare those to? Let's go deep into it. Let's go. Hey, tight ends, defensive ends against centers in basketball. Hey, let us know
Right.
what you want to hear.
Yeah. Hey, well, okay. So, yeah, Brandon went that route. And see, that's the great thing about us all here because we all think a little bit differently. We all give you a different perspective. My mind went a completely different way when you were talking. So let me ask it this way: who's the bigger diva on a team? Is it the quarterback or the pitcher? Right? I mean, like you were
Oh yeah.
mentioning, I mean, those are usually the two the biggest paid people. So, I mean, do those guys, and we can even go basketball. Hey, Brandon and Springs are basketball guys. So, what about, your point guards and your centers, man? Hey, I'm so sick of that point guard, handling the ball and never passing it to me. Like, okay, so who are the biggest divas on the team versus some of those positions? And then, like Brandon mentioned, hey, tight end versus defensive end, which one's more important? Defensive tackle versus offensive guard, which one's more important? Strong safety, free safety. I mean, they're usually playing zone. They're not usually man to man. So
Man,
I mean,
we could go on for a while
yeah,
about it.
right, yeah, oh yeah, right, yeah. We could delve on into it. We could talk this forever, but y'all, we usually try to, just stoke those thoughts, and then we get to moving along. So what else we got?
Oh man, well, hey, we're gonna take a little break. It's we hadn't done a real good hot take for you guys out there in a while, so hey, this is gonna be our hot take. As always, we want all you guys' feedback on it. Don't be shy. Comment. Let us know what you think, man. But we all have to go to the grocery store at some point during the week, if not multiple times during the week. Me and JD were talking today. Hey, what is grocery store etiquette? What's the proper way to do? When we go in there, hey, at the end of an aisle, I always stop and try to check. That way, I don't hit anybody coming out. Being all rude, trying to get out the way, get in there and get out. We all have those times too. But hey, whenever you're in the checkout line, the self checkouts, do you spread out everything out? Do you double bag everything? Hey, I kind of keep in my cart, bag it as I go, put it off to the side. Hopefully, get in and out. Hey, I was in Walmart the other day. The woman came and put stickers on my stuff now. They're putting stickers on it, like saying, hey, they're paying for it. We saw them scan it. Hey, I let her come in there. I'm just fine with that. So hey, JD, I know you do a lot of it. I know you got a couple takes on it. What you got?
Right. Hey, you explained that very well. I mean, that is exactly what's going on in grocery stores. But this is what I want people to understand, all right? I want people to understand that I am not the butthole that I look like sometimes when I'm walking through the grocery store, doing my side hustle, trying to make money real quick. Listen, I am shopping for other people, and so the list is on my phone. And so sometimes, man, the looks that I get from people sometimes, bro, I mean, people look at me with the most like if looks could kill, I would have died 3 times today. All right, listen, I'm just trying to do my side hustle. All right, I'm trying to look at my phone. I'm trying to see what the customer is ordering. And so, as you've said, or as I've said here on the show before, you don't know what you don't know about people. All right, so please listen, I when I see somebody looks at me weird or whatever, I'm like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I'm shopping for somebody else, okay? I am trying to shop these specific orders. I got to find where they are. And plus, not only that, I am timed, all right? So, if my order is late, my rating goes down. I don't get as many orders, and that kills my side hustle. So, hey, do any of you guys have side hustles though? Anybody got side hustles out there that they need to get, or go make a little extra cash every now and again? Cause I ain't ashamed. My wife allows me to go do it every once in a while. I can go make 20, $30 literally just by going to pick somebody else's groceries up because I'm going to get groceries anyways. But hey, just please know I'm not the butthole in the grocery store. That was kind of what spurned it. Shane killed all the topics though. COVID with the arrows, stay in your lane. We've said that on the show before. Stay in your lane. Call corner or check the corner before you turn around and put your buggy up. Don't be lazy. Your time's not more important than my time. Shane, back to you, sir. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna switch it back. Like I said in the beginning, we got some NASCAR talk for you guys today. Man, hey, it was a fun race in the streets of Chicago last weekend. Hey, it was dark. They called it early, but hey, they gave the teams plenty of notice because of the rain. It was nice to see them come over that hill and over that bridge and see the streets of Chicago with the headlights and the traffic lights and everything back in the background. It was pretty cool. And, we saw Alex Bowman win it. Him and Bubba Wallace got into an incident earlier in the race that kind of sparked some backlash in the cool down laps. We saw Bubba get into Alex Bowman and door him. Hey, he was fined $50,000 for that because Bowman was pretty close to the wall. We saw Chase Elliott show his displeasure with Daniel Suarez. Broke his top 20 streak that he had going for the season. It was in the middle of the track. Chase wasn't fined. Hey, but there weren't as many cameras on that one. So it is what it is. I heard Dale Jr. said it pretty good this year that we need to see some of this door pounding and displeasure between the racers out there and after the races because it keeps fans interested. Hey, but just find them. That's all you need to do. Don't go after the points. Don't penalize them in anything. Go after the wallet. That's all you really need to do. Uh, you know, it's the right thing to do to say, hey, this is not safe. Don't be a dummy. Kind of deal. Hey, we got Pocono coming up tomorrow. Should be a nice kind of race going out, 2.5 mile track. JD, what you looking forward to tomorrow at Pocono, and your thoughts on the aftermath of the Chi-Town race?
I heard all that. Sorry, I had to go back and catch a couple of comments here. I heard you stand the corner. Can I confirm? I don't know what that means. What I said, I'm sorry. I struggle with words sometimes, as we know. Let me say this very clearly and enunciate. I say corner sometimes at the grocery store because I worked in a restaurant and that was something you were trained to do when you were coming around the corner. And so every time I go in the grocery store, hey, just like now, I drive a forklift and I have to beep the horn before I drive backwards. Sometimes I get into my car and I'll literally go beep, beep on the horn before I go in reverse, just out of habit of driving on the forklift. Okay, so just to confirm that. As far as the NASCAR race, man, I hated the whole slicks versus wets thing there at the end. Bowman winning, man, that was big for the playoffs. Are we gonna see a situation where they finally reach more winners than playoff spots because they've been close before? I'm very curious to see if they reach that plateau. I think they're only 3 or 4 away at this point. My other big one though, Kyle Busch. I think Kyle Busch Pocono this week might be a sneaky good pick, man. If I had money to gamble and if I were in a gambling state, I'd probably take Kyle Busch on the odds to win this weekend based on literally nothing at all. For the record, just a hunch. But I think there's going to be a couple of people like Chris Buescher and Kyle Busch that sneak in this Pocono race. The Chicago race, as we said, though, man, I just want to see a full race on that course. No rain for once. The Xfinity race had great viewership for the NBC and everything. But, man, yeah. No, you're good. But, dude, it's ridiculous. I don't know. NASCAR is in a bad spot. People have criticized the electric vehicle thing. They've criticized the Chase Elliott thing. How do you penalize Bubba but not criticize or penalize Chase? They always find themselves in a precarious position.
Oh yeah. And I mean, you heard Harvick say it this week. Hey, that electrical vehicle thing is not gonna go in NASCAR. If you can't smell the smells of the tires and the rubber burning, and the fuel burning, those fumes from the exhaust, if you can't hear it, man, that's they tried it with the Indy cars in the e-car series, whatever I believe it was called. It didn't work out too well for them.
Right. Well, I think there was a whole movie about it with Kevin James and Vince Vaughn. I cannot remember the name of that movie now to save my life, but the whole thing of it was trying to make an electric Hemi sound like in 1972 Charger or something. That was literally basis of the whole movie. I mean, aside from some other gambling stuff with Vince Vaughn and a love story, but I mean that was yeah, dude. They keep changing the cars though. I mean, I'm glad they did find, but stock cars. That's the whole issue with it, and we'll finish it out on that one. That stock cars, and now I think that everything's becoming so stock. I think they're going to be better off going back. They should maybe, if they want to change the series, let's go back to everybody builds their best 1970s Dodge Charger or their best 1967 Mustang. Let's go. If y'all want to change it and you want to go back to stock car or whatever, they're going to have to do something better than what they're doing because it isn't working, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. I'm with you there. Hey, we always love to keep it short and sweet for you guys. Hey, we're to the point. We're in and out. So it's time to close the show, guys. As always, you find me on social media: Facebook, Shane Owen; Instagram, s.owen1240; Snapchat, Shane O'Mac 1240; and on Twitter, Poops Sports. Y'all come check us out. Hey, I'm getting up there in followers. JD's, hey, he's trying to reach his goal. Hey, I'm at 174 now. So hey, I appreciate everybody out there. Let's keep boosting these numbers and let's get after it.
Hey, we've got everything trending up. As a matter of fact, I just need one more YouTube subscriber. 85. We're at 84. I need one more. We'll be at our goal. Follow Shane, like he said. Follow Brandon. Follow Springs. Follow me at JDY06 on Twitter. At the Sports Nuts. Don't forget, we have a fantasy football league coming up very soon. I'm going to have the details. Hey, I got a new laptop downstairs. All right. So, yeah, we about to sign off. I got to go get my new laptop set up. I got to set up a fantasy football league. I got to put all these contacts in my calendar that are already in my calendar, but now I got to move them to my laptop. Look, we got big things going on at the Sports Nuts. We'll see y'all live next Friday. We'll see y'all live Tuesday with Mr. Jake Crane. Dude, I'm so excited about the next month's worth of guests. How about you, Shane?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We're even gonna have a guest on here with us for our Saturday Sports Shorts, guys. Be ready for that one.
Yeah, NASCAR guest. We talk NASCAR. NASCAR guest comes.
Oh yeah. So hey, we're gonna sign out of here as always, man. For Shane, Brandon, Springs, JD. What do you say?
Hey, be kind, be blessed, don't be stressed. Bang, bang.
Oh yeah. Peace, love, and bacon grease. Love.